All right, so we're going to be learning how to create a column chart in Power BI. First thing we need to do is get the data. And you can find the data down in the description. The beautiful thing about Power BI is when you go and get the data, Power BI has access to just about 99 different data sources. And if you scroll down all the way through these, you'll see all the different data sources that you can connect to Power BI. The one we want to do is this one right here. We've already done that. It's basically Excel workbooks. The way you do that is you click into it, you connect, you go into your data, you want to click on this, then you want to open it, and then you want to load that data. I've already done that, cleaned the data, so the data is right here. You can find the data in the description. The link is in the description. And you want to go here to column chart. Now to pull up column chart, you want to just click on that and it'll drop the column chart visual in the report view. Once you do that, make it to the size that you want to see it just to get the data in there. And the data that we're going to be plugging in here is going to be the region, and then we're going to do sales. So now we can basically see the region in sales. If we hover over this, we can see that the South has $16,000 plus in sales, and we can do the same thing for the other regions if we just hover over them. We can also give this a legend. We can also bring region in there, and now we have a region legend. Let's format this visual. So to format this visual, you have to go up here to format visual, and you can format the x-axis, y-axis, legend, grid lines, zoom sliders, columns, data labels, and then the plot area background. Let's just start from the top. So for the y-axis, we can come in here and change this to 11. We can also change this color to something like blue, and you can also change it to black. So now you see that that is changing. You can also make it bold, or you can make it italic, or you can underline it. Another thing you can do is you can just get rid of this, go to title, and you can toggle title on and off. So if you turn it off, you'll see that the region title goes away. And if you toggle it on, the region title will show back up. It says this is the title text is set to auto. And you can change this by just typing in something here. Let's move my mic up a little bit. And if we go ahead and type here, and let's just add a S at the end of regions, and we'll see that that changes. Or we can just call it text, and you'll see that that changes. So we'll just we'll leave it at region. Now it's at region. We can show title only, and we can also make this bold, italic, or underline. We can also change the color of that by making it red, or we can just leave the color black. Next thing we want to look at is our y-axis. Our y-axis, you can do the same thing. It has a range where it has a minimum and a max. So we can set the y-axis to a minimum max range. And we can also look at our values, and we can increase the values to 11. And we can also change the font to black. And then we can come down to title and toggle the title off. Right now the title is sum of sales. We can turn that off, or we can turn that back on. And that is our y-axis. We can also modify the legend. Right now the legend is the region. So if you turn it off, you see the region disappears. If you turn it on, you can also change this to the top center, top right. You can also make this the left stacked or the right stacked. And you can play around with this as much as you like. You can also come here and change it off, turn this off, turn region off, or you can turn it on. And you can also come here and modify the text. You can make this dark, black, and you can come here and change your grid lines. So you can make your grid lines darker by changing it to a darker black. And you can also change the width of your grid lines. You can also come to your zoom slider, and you can turn this on. So you see that you have a zoom slider over here to your left. And if you do that, you see that it makes changes to your zoom slider. And you can turn this off as well. And then you can change the colors on your columns. So let's just change this one to red. And that's basically how you change the colors there. You can also turn your data labels on. So if you turn your data labels on and you hit this expand button, you can see that it says the series is all, and then you have options here, and then you have values is the one I'm looking for. You can make it dark, and you can increase the size of that. So now you can kind of see your data labels there. And you can also change background. So if you turn this on and you hit this expand button, you see that that color is a dark hue, and it has some transparency here. So you can increase it to make it lighter, or you can decrease it to make it darker. It's just up to your whatever you decide. You can turn that back off. And now you should know how to create a column chart in Power BI.